everyone. This is Chris. I'm a yoga teacher and a trainer here at the Canaan Family YMCA in Northwestern Connecticut. Hope that you all are staying well. Good to be with you today, wherever you are, however you're practicing. Glad to have you. Going to get into a little yoga practice today. I would consider this an all levels flow. So regardless of where you are in your practice, I welcome you into this practice. I think it's accessible for anyone. In terms of props, things that you may need for the class, if you happen to have a yoga block, you can have your yoga block handy. If you don't have a yoga block, you can grab a firm pillow. You can grab a sturdy water bottle, anything that can offer you a little bit of support if you should need it. So the yoga block, not necessary. If you have one, that's great. Also, if you don't have a strap, you can grab a belt or even a tie, something like that can help with certain postures. You might not need either of those things, but it's good to have the option. So with that, we'll get right into a practice. We will begin today in child's pose. So as you come into your child's pose, knees can be spread wide toward the sides of the mat, or they can be closer together. Arms can be extended out in front or back behind. And wherever it is that you land, feel for releasing your hips back over your heels and allowing a little bit of length to come into your spine. And take a full inhale and a full exhale. And breathe in and breathe out. Intentionally lengthening the breath, long inhales, long exhales. Breathing in that way sends a signal to your body that this is a place where it's good to deepen and to soften, to open up some space. And as you continue to settle into your body, perhaps you feel the tops of your feet on your mat and then your shins, your knees and your forehead, the palms of your hands, the undersides of your fingers. And breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Your next inhale carries you up to tabletop all fours. Here, shoulders are stacked over wrists, hips are stacked over knees. And on your inhale, your gaze lifts, navel drops. On your exhale, eyes drop, back arches. Flowing here at the speed of your own breath, slow, accentuated movement. And feel here that your tailbone follows your eyes. So as your eyes lift, your tailbone lifts. And as your eyes drop, your tailbone drops. After your next cat-cow, come to a neutral spine, tabletop, and we'll take what we call a needle threading posture. So from here in your tabletop, extend your right arm out to the right with the palm facing down. On the inhale, lift the hand, open the chest, exhale down and through. Your right shoulder gently comes to rest, right palm toward the ceiling, landing in a gentle twist. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Your next inhale carries you back up to table, all fours. And we'll take that posture on the left. Left arm extends to the left, palm down. Inhale the hand up, opening your chest. Exhale down and through. As the left shoulder comes to land, left palm faces the ceiling. And trying to stay light on that off arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Here, your next inhale carries you back to tabletop, all fours. And we'll come into downward facing dog. With your hands firmly planted, tuck your toes under, drive your hips up and back, lead with the tailbone. And perhaps you land in stillness. Maybe it takes a little bit of movement to settle in. And as you land here in your downward dog, feel that you can accommodate the body that you are in. So if your heels don't touch the floor, that's okay. Place a little bend in the knees. And wherever you are, make sure that you're pressing down and away into your hands. So here, gravity's trying to push you toward the floor. So you push the floor away, keep yourself light, keep your muscles engaged, and keep your hips high. Breathe in And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. And here, if you find yourself looking toward your hands, instead look back toward your feet. Allow the crown of your head to be heavy. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keep coming back to that down and away press into your hands, keeping your shoulders engaged, keeping your hips light. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet up to your hands at the front, and we'll take a ragdoll. So here in your ragdoll, feet are hips width distance apart, knees are bent, crown of the head is releasing toward the floor. You can allow your hands to dangle. You can take opposite hand to opposite elbow here. Wherever you are, shift your weight a little bit forward, and once again, allow your head to be heavy. And in this posture, you can feel for breathing up into the low back, into the lumbar. Allow the low back, the tailbone, to be the high point of the posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. And then here, releasing any grip that you've taken on your hands, bring your feet a little bit closer or to touch. Root down, inhale all the way up. Roll your shoulders back, reach up. Exhale, hands to your chest. And here, take a moment to get long from your heels up to your head, shoulders gently back and down, chest is proud. Rooting down through both of your feet, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. And here, inhale into a halfway lift, a flat back. You can bring your hands to your shins, just below your knees here. Shoulder blades draw gently together, crown of the head lengthening away from your tailbone. You can feel all of those strong muscles along your spine engaged. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, high plank. So in your high plank, shoulders are over wrists, maybe even a little bit in front of the wrists, rooting into the toe mounds of your feet. And then here, gently drop your knees down to the mat, hips back and down, child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Your next inhale carries you up to your tabletop, all fours. And then we'll come down to the mat for Cobra. And so here in your Cobra, on your stomach, toes are untucked behind you, hands are wide and forward. So my hands are off of my mat, a little bit in front of and to the side of the corners of the mat. Then from here, I'm going to pull my ribs forward, making my abdominal muscles as long as I can. From here, I'm going to engage my glute muscles, gently begin to press myself up. Slide my shoulder blades down my back, lift my chest. Full inhale. Exhale, release. Once again, resetting. Scoop your ribs forward. That brings length to the abdominals. Engage your glutes. That sets your foundation as you come on up. Shoulder blades down the back, sternum up and forward. Exhale, release. And as we come into the last Cobra here, remember that your Cobra can be here, your Cobra can be here, it can be anywhere in between. You meet yourself where you are. And you adjust the depth of your Cobra by adjusting the position of your hands. So the farther forward your hands are, the shallower the posture will be. The nearer your hands are to your body, the deeper the posture will be. So that's how you can adjust. And so once more, scooping the ribs forward, engage the glutes, root down to come up, inhale. Exhale, release. Here, hands beneath shoulders, press yourself to table, and then downward facing dog. And every time that you land here in your downward facing dog, an opportunity to land in your body, an opportunity to land in this moment. Your body only cares about this moment, only cares about the breath that you are taking right now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Here, one more deep inhale. Exhale, travel to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up. Exhale, hands to your chest. And here we're going to set up for chair pose. For chair pose, take your feet hips width distance apart. Sit your hips back, then down, in such a way that your body is centered over your heels. And you can see here that I have a natural curve at my low back. If you feel that your low back is curving like this and your tailbone is tucking under, instead find a natural curve in the low back. That's going to most efficiently engage the muscles of your foundation. And then from here, feeling stable on both of your feet, you can lengthen up out of your hips by reaching up. Hips sitting back and down, long through the sides of the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And if you begin to feel some sensation in your legs, which you will, instead of focusing on that, come back to your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Here, one more deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And here in this fold, with your knees bent, place your hands on the mat. Right foot stays where it is. Step your left foot back. We're going to set up for a high lunge. So here, my right knee is stacked directly over my right ankle. My back heel is pointing straight up to the ceiling. And I'm going to press the floor away from me to come up. Shoulders stack over hips. And then you can reach up. And if at any point here your shoulders are getting totally fried, you can bring your hands to your chest. Here I'm keeping my foundation active by pressing down into the ball of my back foot, down into the heel of my front foot. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Rooting down into your feet, lengthening up through your arms for one more long inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. And then here, gently drop your back knee, untuck your back toes, bring your hands to your front thigh, kneeling lunge. I'm going to take a moment here before we come into a kneeling lunge twist. So see that your front knee is stacked over your front ankle. You're rooted through your back leg, back shin pointing straight back behind you. Bring your hands to your chest here, and then feel for drawing your lower abdomen in and up, almost like you're trying to press your navel toward your spine and then up toward your ribs. That's going to open up some space through your center. So with hands at your chest, take a full inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. The upper part of your left arm can land on top of the right thigh. You can have two palms into one another here. You can have a fist into a palm. Gently rinsing your chest open toward the side wall. And here, if you feel that your right knee starts to fall toward the outside of the mat, see if you can bring it back in. Keep it pointing straight forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, and we'll open up on the exhale. Left hand reaches down inside the front foot. Right hand reaches up to the ceiling. Here's where you have an opportunity to use your block. If it feels as though the floor is very far away from you, use a block, bring the floor closer to you. And as you land here in your twist, keep the right knee pointing straight forward, press down into the left hand, up through the right hand, and then see if you can lead with the top shoulder. Rather than reaching with the hand, see if you can reach with the shoulder, rotate through your center. Here, take one more long inhale. Exhale the right hand down to the mat, low lunge. And from here, we're going to set up for a posture called half split. For half split, your front leg, your right leg will gently straighten. Left hip is stacked over the left knee. And you have the option here to rest your hands on some blocks. My right leg is extending straight out from my right hip, and I'm gently folding forward over the front leg. Now here, the stretch might be intense already. You have the option to make it more so. You can draw your toes back toward your shin here. You'll feel that through your calf. You can also gently press the front heel down into the mat. You'll likely feel that through your hamstring, the back of the knee. Then you can also play with spinning your foot side to side. You might get an interesting stretch there along your shin. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Each inhale bringing some length to the back of the right leg, opening up some space. Breathe in and breathe out. Then from here, lean into your front foot, press hard, back foot steps to meet front. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. And here at the bottom of this fold, once again, knees are bent, land your hands on the mat. This time left foot stays, right foot steps back. We're going to set up for high lunge on this side. Left knee is stacked over left ankle, back heel pointing straight up to the ceiling. Press the floor away from you to come up. Shoulders stack over hips, and then reach up. And if at any point in your high lunge you feel as though you're on a balancing beam, make your stance a little bit wider. A wider stance is going to offer more stability. And so here I'm staying active through my foundation by pressing down into the front heel, down into the ball of the back foot, using my strength to keep myself light. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Rooting down into your feet, lengthening up through your hands. Another full inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Drop your back knee down, untuck the back toes. Here you are, kneeling lunge, left side. You can bring your hands to your front thigh. See that the left knee is stacked over the left ankle, and we'll set up here again for your twist. Hands come to your chest. See if you can bring your lower abdomen in and then up. Again, you can think about pressing your navel toward your spine and then suctioning it up toward your ribs. That opens up space in your center. Here, take a full inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Upper part of the right arm hooks somewhere on top of the left thigh. Here again, you can have two palms into one another. You can have a fist into a palm. Gently using that leverage to help rinse yourself open. And here again, if that front knee starts to fall to the outside of the mat, guide it back in, trying to keep the hips squaring forward here. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. Open up on your exhale. So the right hand can extend down inside the front foot. Left hand can extend up to the ceiling. Here again, if you'd like a block beneath the right hand, that's a great option. Keeping the left knee straight forward, press down into the bottom hand and rinse open through the top shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale the left hand down to the mat, low lunge. And then from here, half split on this side. So on this side, your left leg, your front leg straightens. Hips back and a little bit down. Right hip is stacked over the right knee. Once again, if you'd like the blocks for support, you can have the blocks under both hands. Then here, gently folding forward over the front leg. Once you get here, you have those options to intensify your stretch. You can draw the toes of the front foot back toward the shin. You'll feel that through your calf. You can gently press the front heel straight down. You'll feel that through the hamstring. And then you can play with spinning the foot side to side. You may feel that along your shin. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale And exhale. Once again, each inhale bringing some length to the back of the left leg, opening up some space. That's really what flexibility is. It's opening up space for yourself in your body. And then from here, gently release your stretch. Lean forward into the front foot. Press hard. Back foot comes to meet it. We'll inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, hands to your chest. Here again, taking a moment to reset. Long from your heels up to your head. Shoulder blades a little bit back and down. Chest is proud. Then here, a little bit of balance. We're going to step back here into a high lunge. So your right foot is your standing foot. Lift your left knee, hinge yourself a little bit forward, shoot the left heel back, land the ball of the foot, stack your shoulders over your hips, inhale, arms up overhead. And so here, as always, land in your foundation. You can't build a house in the mud. Set your feet beneath you, all of the front foot, the ball of the back foot. And then from here, we're going to transition into Warrior Two. So take a full inhale, open up on the exhale. So back heel rolls down and in, hips and chest open up, front foot and front knee are still in line, pointing straight forward. And here shoulders are stacked over hips. If you feel yourself getting really pulled forward, gently pull yourself back, shoulders directly over hips to keep your spine long. And here, if you find that you're shrugging your shoulders toward your ears, soften your trapezius muscles, the muscles at the base of your neck, and then reach your front hand forward, your back hand back. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And here I'm staying active through my foundation by pressing down into my front heel and then down and a little bit in with the arch of my back foot. So by pressing down and in through my back foot, I'm engaging my upper inner thigh muscles. Breathe in, breathe out. And so now we'll reverse the warrior. Flip your palms to the ceiling. Keep your foundation as it is. Inhale the front hand, the right hand up and back. Your left hand can fall across the left leg. You can take the left forearm across the low back here, lengthening up out of the front hip. Beautiful side body stretch. Take one more full inhale. Side angle as you exhale. So your right elbow lands on your right thigh. Your left hand reaches up to the ceiling. Here, most of your body's over your front leg's working hard. So bring the back leg into this as well by pressing that arch down into the mat once again. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, and exhale. And from here, we're going to extend the side angle. So here, you flip your top palm forward and then reach the top arm forward. And so I'm getting very long from the outside of my left foot through my left hand. You also have an option here to reach the bottom hand down to the mat or to your block. So once again, if the floor feels very far away, bring the floor up closer to you. Rooting down into the left foot, lengthening forward through the left hand. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Good. Root into your feet. Your inhale carries you up through Warrior Two. Reverse your palms, reverse your warrior, and then gently straighten your right leg. That should feel good. Long from the top of the right foot up to the right hand. Take another deep inhale. Exhale your right arm alongside. Pivot toes to face the side wall. So here we're setting up for a wide-legged forward fold. Toes are a little bit in, heels are a little bit out. That helps to protect the knee joint. You can bring your hands to your hips here. Take a full inhale, opening your chest. Exhale, fold forward. And here at the bottom of your wide-legged forward fold, you can land your hands or your forehead or your forearms on a block. You can land your hands on the mat. You can take your hands to your ankles. Allow the crown of your head to be heavy. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And then here, place your hands beneath your shoulders and then walk your hands toward your right foot. Both feet spin to the front. Left knee comes down, left toes untuck. So here you find yourself in a low lunge. We're going to set up for lizard pose from here. So for lizard pose, have a block handy. Your front hand hops inside your front foot. So right hand inside right foot. And then from here, deepening down to your own degree inside the front leg. You're trying to keep that front leg at about 90 degrees. And so for example, I could land my forearms on my block here inside the front leg and settle in. You'll feel this posture along the back of the front leg, also the upper inner thighs of the front leg. You'll also feel it through the hip flexor of the back leg. Breathe in and breathe out. And remember, if you don't have a block handy, a firm pillow or even a big book works just as well here. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you gently release your stretch, hands beneath shoulders, you can place your block to the side if you're using a block. Tuck your back toes under, press hard, back foot steps to meet front. And then we'll inhale all the way up to standing. Roll back, reach up. Exhale, hands to your chest, reset. Rooting down, tall from heels to head. And then from here, we'll step back to high lunge on the left side. Left foot stays planted at the front. Right knee lifts. Hinge a little bit forward. Shoot the right heel back. Land the ball of the foot. Shoulders stack over hips. Reach up. Taking that breath to set your feet beneath you. Feel your foundation on your mat. Here, take another deep inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Back heel rolls down and in, hips and chest open up to the side wall. Shoulders are stacked over hips. Left foot and left knee are in line, pointing straight forward. And if you feel that front knee start to cave in, see if you can guide it outward, and you're actually using the muscles on the outside of the hip there. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Becoming more efficient in your warrior two by releasing muscles that you don't need. So for example, muscles in your face like your brow, your jaw. Get a little bit softer there. Send that energy to your legs. And then now we'll reverse the warrior. Flip your palms to the ceiling. Inhale your left hand up and then back. Back arm can fall across the back leg or across the low back. Lengthening up out of the front hip. Take one more deep inhale. Side angle, exhale. Left elbow lands on the left thigh. Right hand lengthens up to the ceiling. So here again, most of your body's over your left leg. So find your right leg. Press the arch down. Keep that leg engaged. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then from here, on an exhale, we'll extend the side angle. Top palm flips down, top hand lengthens forward. Here again, you can reach the bottom hand down to the mat. You're welcome to keep the bottom elbow on the thigh. Rooting down into the right foot, lengthening forward through the right hand, long through the whole right side of the body. Then you can see if you have any space to gently guide that top shoulder up and back. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Your next inhale carries you up through warrior two. Reverse your palms, reverse your warrior, and then straight in the front leg. Long from the left foot through the left hand, another deep inhale. Exhale the left arm alongside, pivot toes to face the side wall. So here we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, but this time with a shoulder opener as well. So here if you have that belt or that tie, you can grab it now, or if you have a strap, grab your strap. And so here, once again, toes are a little bit in, heels are a little bit out. And to set up for your shoulder opener, I'll have you grab your strap or your belt, whatever you're using, with your palms facing in, thumbs facing out. From here, see if you can bring your shoulder blades together. So you're closing off your upper back, opening up your chest. As you do that, bringing your shoulder blades together, you can gently spin your thumbs outward. You might feel that continue to help opening up the chest. Here, try to stay soft in your upper back, keep the chest open, take a full inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And so as you fold forward, you're continuing to bring the shoulder blades together, continuing to keep the chest open. Now, if you feel like you have a lot more space here, you can also take this posture without the strap. So here you would interlace the fingers, and then the other steps are mostly the same. With fingers interlaced, you bring the shoulder blades together, and then you try to externally rotate the upper arms. That's a tough one. Almost as though you're trying to spin your biceps away from your body. So here my chest is very open, upper back is closed. Take a full inhale. Exhale, fold. So whether you're using your hands or whether you're using a strap, we'll all land here together. And as you land here, allow the crown of the head to be heavy. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Here, gently release your grip on your hands. Hands land beneath shoulders. Then hands walk toward the left foot. Both feet spin to the front. Right knee comes down. Right toes untuck. Low lunge. We'll come into lizard on this side. So once again, if you have your block handy or your prop, feel free to grab it. Left hand comes inside the left foot. Then you're deepening down to your own degree inside the front leg. Trying to keep that 90-degree angle at the front leg. And so once again, you can land your forearms on your prop. You can land your forearms all the way to the mat if you're feeling flexible today. Meet yourself wherever it is that you are. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Again, you may be feeling the stretch in this posture through the upper inner thighs of the left side, through the hip flexors of the right side. You may feel it through the hamstring a bit as well. Breathe in. And breathe out. And here we'll begin to come up and out of this posture, hands beneath shoulders. Tuck the back toes under, press hard, back foot steps to meet front. And we'll inhale all the way up to standing. Roll back, reach up. Exhale, hands to your chest. And so from here, once again, brief reset, rooting down into both feet. Relax through the shoulders, proud through the chest. And then here we're going to transition down to the mat by way of a squat. So the squat is a very challenging posture for a lot of folks, very important posture though. And so here again, as I've said, try to meet yourself wherever it is that you are. Your squat might not look like mine, it might, but wherever it is, just explore the posture and take from it what you can. So here, bring your feet a little wider toward the sides of your mat. Hands can be at your chest here still. I have my feet rotated a little bit outward, and that's fine as long as you go down, your knees stay in line with your feet. If at any point you feel your knees caving in, see if you can guide them out. And to guide the knees outward, you're going to be using the muscles on the outsides of the hips. And so here we'll all descend together. Hands at the chest, rooting down through both feet. Begin to sit your hips back and then down. back and then down. And so if you can keep going, you're going to release your hips all the way down. And if you can't quite get here yet, if you have a prop, if you have that firm pillow, if you have that big book, you can place it beneath your hips and you can make a soft landing on your prop. And if you're still with me, see if you can hook your elbows into your knees and then gently press your knees apart. That's a beautiful stretch for the upper inner thighs. Very compact posture here, low to the earth, very rooting. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, reach your hands back behind your hips, gently come to sit down, and then lie down on your mat, draw your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. And from here, we're going to do just a little bit of abdominal work, a little bit of core work. And so this move has a lot of different names. Some people call it the dead bug, so we'll go with dead bug today. And to set up for this move, I'll have you reach your hands toward the ceiling, palms facing in, and then create a 90-degree angle at your legs, so your shins are parallel to the floor. So this is going to require some core strength, also a little bit of coordination. So from here, I'm going to extend opposite arm and opposite leg. So for example, right arm, left leg. Brief pause, back to the starting position. And then opposite side. Extending at that diagonal, brief pause, back to center. So we're working your brain as well as your body here. So we'll go side to side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it's harder if it's slower, I know. 6, 7, 8, nearly there. 9, 10. Here, draw your knees in, give them a squeeze. Breathe in and breathe out. One more abdominal movement here, and specifically for the obliques on the sides of your core. Release your feet down to the floor in front of your hips. Reach your arms alongside of you, palms facing in. Here, lift your head and your shoulders, engage your abdominals. Feel almost as though you're pressing your bottom rib toward your hips. Keep that engagement, and then go side to side as though you're trying to touch your toes with your fingertips. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Well done. Take a moment here. A couple of deep breaths, allow some length to come back into the abdominal muscles. And then from here, we're going to set up for a bridge pose. So for bridge, your feet are planted in front of your hips. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Arms can be on the floor alongside you. And if you have any low back, any lumbar issues, just be mindful of this posture. Listen to your body. If your body tells you no, you always listen to your body first. And so here, rooting into your feet, drive into your heels, engage your glute muscles, your buttock muscles to reach your hips up toward the ceiling. And you can even feel for shimmying your shoulder blades together beneath you to open up your chest. And once you land here, stay active through your legs by continuing to press your heels down and continuing to keep the glute muscles, the buttock muscles engaged. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Good. Press the floor away for another deep inhale. Exhale, upper to middle to lower back, down to the mat. Here, allow the soles of your feet to come together and then allow your knees to drop out to either side. And so here, this is a passive posture, just taking a moment, allowing your knees to gently fall out toward the side walls, releasing through your spine. Some people call this butterfly pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And then here, draw your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. And we'll take a happy baby. For a happy baby, try to hook your elbows inside of your knees and then reach your hands for the outer edges of your feet. If you're already saying no way, we have another option. You can reach your forearms behind your knees and then you can draw down on your legs from there. So if you can't quite get that first option, here's a second option. It's going to give you a lot of the same benefit. And so elbows, once again, if you want to try this way, hook inside knees, reach for the outer edges of your feet, get your grip, and then you can gently compress your knees down toward your torso. If a little bit of gentle rocking side to side here feels good, absolutely go for that. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Bring your knees into your chest and then release your feet down to the floor in front of your hips. And so here, nearing the end of the practice, we're going to begin to finish up here with an outer hip stretch. The outer hips are notoriously tight muscles. Really good to check in with them with a little stretch now and then. And so this next posture is known to a lot of people as sleeping pigeon. So for sleeping pigeon, we'll begin in your bridge setup pose on your back, feet on the floor in front of hips. Then here, hook your right ankle above your left knee. From here, flex the toes of the right foot back toward the right shin a little bit. That's going to help to protect the knee joint. From here, drive your left knee up toward your chest and take a grip behind the left hamstring. Once you have that grip, you may already feel that this is quite a deep stretch. If you want it to be a deeper stretch, you can gently draw the left knee in while pressing the right knee out. Again, keep the toes gently flexed, being mindful of the knee here. Now, if you got to this position and found that you couldn't lift your knee to get that grip, you can pause here and gently press the right knee away from you with the other foot on the floor. So once again, options to meet yourself wherever it is that you are. And so you'll feel this one if the right ankle is hooked above the left knee. Your awareness has probably been directed to the outside of the right hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And here, gently release and draw both knees in. Take any movement that you need to release that right side. And then we'll reset by releasing feet in front of hips. Now taking your sleeping pigeon on the other side, left ankle hooks above right knee. From here, draw the toes gently back toward the shin. Again, that's just helping to protect that knee joint. And then begin to drive the right knee up toward the chest. Find that grip behind the right hamstring. Again, if you're unable to get that knee close enough to get the grip with the hands, you can pause here, gently press that lifted knee away from you. If you're able to get the grip behind the lifted hamstring, keep the toes flexed, gently draw the right knee in, gently press the left knee out. And you'll feel that stretch on the outer left hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Continuing to use long, even breaths to open up some space in your muscles. Allow yourself to move more freely. Breathe in and breathe out. And then here, as you gently release, draw both knees into your chest, give them one final squeeze. And then we'll release into what we call in yoga Shavasana. It's the last pose of every class, and it just means your rest. So you put in some work, did a little exploration in your body. Now you get your rest. Allow the work of your practice to settle into your body. Find any position that really allows you to release any lingering pockets of tension. Gently close your eyes, release into your mat for as long as you wish. So I'll let you guys do that on your own time. You can take as long of a Shavasana as you like. It's been a pleasure having you. It's been my pleasure to guide you through a practice. I hope that you all stay well, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.